go. And with the blood of the cold air running in their veins, they will know the way back home. Sail on, Hokulea. Sail on, Hokulea. Sail on, Hokulea. Hokulea, with all of the stars and the sun and the moon and the wind and the waves to guide them. On the Hokulea, with all of the sights and the sounds of the swells and the feelings deep within. Sail the Hokulea in the riddle's dial to Kahiki. Never fear to see them go. For with the blood of the cold air running in their veins, they will know their way back home. With the blood of the cold air running in their veins, they will know their way back home.
Visit Wyland Galleries today and experience the wonders of marine life, seascapes, and sculpture from the most inspirational artists of our time. Share the vision and passion of nature in portraits of turtles, dolphins, and whales. When you dive into the incomparable world of Wyland, you experience the most influential marine artist of our time. This painter, sculptor, and muralist is one of the most prolific and celebrated artists of our day. From the world's largest mural to classroom programs of education, Wyland teaches us the value of life in the sea. He inspires us all to appreciate the beauty of our planet's oceans by bridging the world of art and science. Wyland is proud to exhibit a select group of artists throughout the Hawaiian Islands. John Petrie's use of surrealism in his art evokes strong emotions and sends us through an endless journey of wonder. A work of art by Jim Warren is purely playful. It fills your life with memories of childhood dreams. Scott Hansen shares his ocean encounters with a vision of nature that is in constant motion. It's full of fun and warmth and nature's personality. A Seascape by Nolito is a tropical vista of light and color dancing on the sunset of crashing waves. Al Hope's brush dances across the canvas in an explosion of color. His paintings seem to ebb and flow with the rhythm of the ocean. The master of color is DeShazo. He captures the subtleties of light in his famous seascapes. A maiden sculpture is a moment in time in the life of nature. You'll be dreaming of flying with eagles when you experience his work. Milan is an artist who takes your soul on a journey with a lure of verdant forests and tropical pools. Experience the fine art of Wyland and these selected artists who share his passion of nature. Visit Wyland Galleries today, located throughout Oahu, Maui, Kauai, and the Big Island of Hawaii, and receive $10 off the undersea world of Wyland. Wyland Galleries for ocean lovers like you.
You know, there's another shop on Lure Street that people should take a look at, because the merchandise is a little different from the kinds of things you'll see in conventional stores.
You are talking about Nohea, aren't you?
Bingo.
That's not exactly a shop.
Okay, it's a gallery.
But they do have neat stuff.
Oh, yes. They display paintings and prints just like the art galleries do. But I like the unusual items.
Ooh, have you seen those, what do you call them, hand-blown glass jellyfish or whatever they are?
That's Satava's work. He uses ancient techniques to create his own original designs in hand-blown glass.
Those jellyfish, those things are wild, yeah?
Well, they're real. Ooh. But personally, I love the boxes and bowls made from koa, milo, and Norfolk pine wood.
That doesn't sound very exciting.
These are exciting.
Oh, you would have to be talking about jewelry boxes.
Okay, some of them are, but they're all handmade in Hawaii. Koa wood with dovetail splines on all the corners.
Don't they even have Hawaiian koa wood rocking chairs?
Uh-huh. And tables and stools.
Ooh, looks valuable.
Right, but the artists set their own prices, so they're the same as at a craft fair. And of course, Nohea will ship.
That's a lot of merchandise for such a little gallery.
But it's easy to find. It's on the Diamond Head side of Lure Street in the Ohana Reef Towers.
great food and good times are happening at Duke's Restaurant and Barefoot Bar. Located oceanfront, Duke's is dedicated to legendary surfer Duke Kahanamoku. With magnificent views of Diamond Head, diners enjoy breakfast buffets, casual lunches, and dinner featuring fresh island seafood and prime rib. And just steps from the beach, the Barefoot Bar offers the best tropical drinks and live performances by top island artists daily. Located in the Outrigger Waikiki Hotel, Duke's, the place to be when you're on Waikiki Beach.
There are all kinds of surfers all over the world. Some only surf when it's perfect, sunny, and offshore. Some surf wherever, whenever they can. The majority of surfers ride waves 6 feet or less. A very few souls surf big waves. Waves of consequence. Waves big enough to swallow a bus and big enough to take a life. Surfers come from all over the globe to the North Shore of Oahu every winter to test their mettle and take their chances in the ultimate challenge, to ride the largest rideable waves on the planet. Aloha and welcome to Board Stories. I'm Mike Latronic. On this edition, we examine big wave surfing. The central themes are action, drama, glory, and sometimes disaster. Before we can properly tell the story, though, we have to define big waves. Now, how big is big? And when does a big wave become a big wave? We pose the question to a number of different board riders.
Say big waves anything over 10 foot. When there's like giant, humongous, gigantic, and but a big wave's about 10 foot.
Well, for some people, big can be 2 feet. Others, it's 20 feet.
Some days you can get a weak 15-foot wave, and other days a 15-foot wave can be like a 25-foot wave. You just don't know. It's not so much the height. I think it's what's behind the wave that everyone sort of just overlook. So I think the thicker the wave, the less bottom it has, that to me constitute a big wave. And that can be even a 6-foot wave. As long as it's going inside out, that's a big wave.
When you hear the little pitter patter in your heart and your stomach feels like it's empty all of a sudden.
Me, I consider a big wave anything over my head. Simple as that.
15 and above is like a big wave.
Waves are big when my house starts shaking.
When the National Weather Service says a high surf advisory is on, 10 foot is the beginning of bigger surf. That's up to 20-foot faces on some breaks. If you have a 20-foot swell, you actually have the potential to have a 40-foot face somewhere. So that's getting big.
Of course, how you measure a wave would have something to do with determining how big big is, right?
Everyone's big is different.
It's probably the most arbitrary measuring system in the world. How big is a wave?
My opinion is the mass and the thickness of the wave constitutes the big wave.
Big could be one big size for one person, might be another big size for one person. For me, for big, it should be about between 30 and 45 feet. That's an average good size about for big waves, that give me that challenge and make that adrenaline just pump in my heart and make you get butterflies to where you gotta make doo-doo, that kind.
Now that we've cleared that up, when we come back, we'll look at why surfers even attempt to ride big waves.
Discover Hawaii's most precious natural resource at Maui Divers Jewelry Design Center. Hawaii's official state gemstone, black coral, is harvested at depths up to 300 feet off Lahaina, Maui. You'll have the opportunity to take a behind-the-scenes tour where skilled artisans set Hawaii's rare coral gemstones, mounting them with gold, diamonds, and pearls to create exquisite jewelry that is unique to Hawaii. Check with your hotel activity desk or look for our free minibus with departures from most Waikiki hotels.
The famed Chinese realist Zhang Lu says her challenge as a painter is to create beauty with the same power as literature or music. Her thought, shared at a recent reception at Tabora Gallery, captures the spirit of the collection.
The gallery's mission is to present images of beauty and realism from Hawaii and the world.
Founder Roy Gonzalez Tabora, whose seascapes are prized by collectors, says the focus is on artists of inspiration and passion.
Hawaii is the essence of beauty itself, and it inspires the landscapes of Gary Reed, the colors of Juno Galan, and the still life of Rudolph Gonzalez.
The gallery is also a study in contrasts, where the Chalcedonia glass of Dino Rosine is displayed near the giddy olives of Michael Goddard, where images of urban Hawaiian life by Rodel Gonzalez share space with Pino Dini's famous romantic canvases. Visit us at Tabora Gallery.
If you're sitting down where I am and you look at the horizon and you see the wave go over the horizon, then you figure that out.
There really aren't many surfers who have experienced the fury and violence of true big wave surfing. Those brave enough, and some might say crazy enough, to paddle out and ride waves that look like 10-story buildings falling over are part of an elite club. The only membership requirement is that you have the overwhelming desire to ride really big waves. There are 4 key elements to riding big waves: ability, fitness, experience, and most importantly, desire. If you don't have one of these elements, you shouldn't be paddling out. You should be able to hold your breath for at least a minute or more.
It's all about, their survivability, how much knowledge they have, how much physical training they have, their own abilities. These guys are top watermen. They know how to survive first, surf after.
You want to be in good enough shape so you'll be able to hold your breath at least a minute underwater in case you're held down.
You should be able to swim in from the break without assistance. You never know when you'll have to.
Of course there'll be a lot of guys who think they can take it on. Good luck. I hope you're in shape. I hope you swam your laps at the pool. I hope you practice holding your breath underneath water, because sometimes that's what it takes, and it happens to everybody, even the best.
You should have spent significant time in the water at big wave breaks studying the waves and other surfers. You need to be committed to riding big waves. There are no second chances.
You gotta want to ride a big wave. You gotta want it from inside of you. You can't think about anything else. You gotta be doing it for the right reason. That's why, like some people would talk about, oh, that guy only rides big waves for the money, or that guy only rides big waves for the fame, or whatever. The bottom line is, when you want to catch a big wave, there ain't nothing on your mind except catching the big wave. There ain't fame, there ain't money, there ain't, family, relationships, whatever. It's just, I'm gonna catch this big wave.
If you're really thinking about joining the Big Wave Club, ask yourself this question: why would you deliberately put yourself in the path of a life-threatening situation?
I refer to myself as completely dysfunctional. I like big waves, and I do everything in my power to go find them and ride them.
It's the best sort of high I've ever gotten.
I dream about it all the time. I sleep it, I eat it, I live it. My mind's always in it. It's a challenge, and if anybody wants to meet a challenge, this